Your information station, WTIM.
You are listening to WTIM with Tim, your information station. We are back with the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you so much to our live stream sponsors of Landmark of Taylorville and PNC Bank and Trust. Now I'm here with some of the Mount Auburn Farmers Picnic members here, not just members, the president and vice president, Melissa Osborne and Ann Holiday. How are you two doing today?
Great.
Really good to hear. So it's summertime, beginning of summer, and it's your guys' busy season right now with the Mount Auburn Farmers Picnic, and we're going to get things kicked right off here with the pageant on Thursday. Is that what it looks like?
We are, yes. We have a Little Miss and we have a Ms. Mount Auburn, which is first time we've had it in a little while. We have teen contestants this year or so, and we have 6 contestants for the teen part and 1 for the Little Miss.
Cool. Teen Miss, Little Miss, the Junior Miss. I'm hearing about all the different age groups of the pageants this year. Is that something new for you guys?
We just have the Teen Miss and the Little Miss this year. In past years, we've done a Ms. Mount Auburn, 65 and older. But this year we're trying out the teen portion of it, and then we have 1 Little Miss. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. The Ms. Pageant seems kind of fun. The 65 and older, it seems like people can come out and show their talents.
That's
show
right.
what they're good at. That's fun.
Yeah.
What are some of the talents or things that people were saying the Ms.?
Well, they with our Ms. Mount Auburn, they really just had to get up and answer questions. With that, we'll talk about them and who they are, and then they would have to answer a question or two, and then if they won, they got to ride in the parade in a convertible. So
sure,
it was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
But this year we're going with the teen portion, and we're pretty excited about it. We have 6 contestants, so that's exciting for us because our town is kind of small. So,
sure.
But we're looking forward to it, and we don't have a talent portion yet because there's really not a place for them to change and things like that. So we're really just doing formals, and then they have to answer some questions and that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm always curious as to what kind of questions, because they can be pretty random, right? I mean,
yeah. We usually we have them kind of fill out a sheet about themselves, and then the lady that MCs the pageant,
Yes.
Dixie Vincent, she's she's a national treasure in her town.
Yes,
that's what I have to say.
Definitely.
She's our girl. So she usually does the questions for the kids because she's been a school or a teacher at the church for years, so she knows everybody in town, and plus she's lived there since she was born, I think so. So she's been there forever. So she actually is MC the pageant because she kind of knows most of the people. And I'm kind of a transplant. I just moved to Mount Auburn in 2018, but I immediately joined the Mount Auburn picnic because I wanted to get involved in town. So,
well, you just joined 2018. How has your time been so far? How have you been enjoying it?
I love it. I mean, I've had so much fun. They let me start the pageant back up because they didn't have a pageant before. I mean, they had it years ago, but then it kind of went away and nobody was doing it. So I came from a different town and I had been the pageant coordinator over there. So I asked if I could do the pageant and they just let me do it. So
that's really awesome.
That's right.
That's really awesome. Well, that's good to hear. What else is coming up next?
So we also have the pedal pull that night. And they have ham and beans that's Thursday night on June 22nd. Everything really starts, the opening ceremony starts at 6. And they'll have a raffle that night as well. Perfect. And then on Friday, the biggest thing that we have going on is the Firemen's Walleye Fish Dinner. All the proceeds go to the firemen. So that's a big thing that we have in town. They're also going to have the Joy Assembly Praise Band at the grandstand, right, at the stage show. And then we'll have karaoke at the beer tent, and the beer tent opens at 8:30. Then they'll also have a meat bundle. And just so the kids for Thursday and Friday night, they can get a wristband for the blow up things. And that's only $5, and then they can go on all the blow-ups if they want to. And then we also have games.
Games are $1 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And this year we also have something new, which is a putt-putt. We have a 9-hole putt-putt course. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, and it's pretty neat because it's got all kinds of really neat stuff on it, so they'll enjoy it. And then Saturday we have pork chop dinner. We have the parade, and we're inviting anybody and everybody who wants to ride in that parade to come, because we'd like to make it big. The theme this year is Keep Mount Auburn Great. That's our theme this year.
Yes,
so,
it is.
and we're trying to do that. There's also a community breakfast for the Festival of Lights, which I don't know if anybody's ever been to the Festival of Lights, but that's the Christmas thing that they do. They put lights up in the park. So that breakfast actually goes to them, like for that
Proceeds.
The proceeds go to them for that. So they can light up the park during Christmas time. And then we also have the parade judging, and our grand marshals this year are Tony and Betty Rankins. So they're people that have been in town
Staples of the community.
forever.
Yes.
So we're excited about that. Oh, we also have horseback riding,
Yes.
and we have the soapbox derby. We want to talk about the soapbox derby.
Yes.
The soapbox derby is something that Mount Auburn has done for a long time, and it's like actual cars that go down the hill. We block off the whole street. We got hay to catch them down at the bottom. We have 2 different classes. We have an open class and we have a stock class. So if you want to bring your child and they want to be in the cars, we have cars for them. Or if you want to build your own, we have rules and they can build their own. They just have to be a certain weight and things like that. Yeah.
Wow. Where can people go to find the information for registration and like weights and stuff like that?
Registration, they just have to show up that day. If they want to look in the Mount Auburn Farmers Picnic book,
Yes.
that has all the information. And I know Dixie Vincent has put them all over town.
Everywhere.
She's put them in other towns. They're in Springfield. They're in Illiopolis. They're in Dawson. She's put them
Or
all
they
over.
could always send a message to our Facebook page and we can get them a copy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That right there is Melissa Osborne, the president of the Mount Auburn Farmers Picnic. And how long have you been doing this?
The picnic for about 9-10 years now.
10 years. What new things? You mentioned the 9-hole putt-putt. That sounds kind of fun. And all these family-friendly features. How many new events do you try to incorporate or bring in old ones? What does that look like?
Well, this year we've 3 new ones. We've got the putt-putt, we have the petting zoo, and then we have the horseback riding. So every year we're going to try to put something new in.
Cool.
Yeah. And if we can bring old things back, we'll bring old things back.
Sure. And these are activities that'll draw in people. I mean, There's something in there for everyone. You got your mini golf, you got your horseback riding, you got your petting zoo. That's perfect.
Right. Yeah.
Is that kind of the plan?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Well, and they also have like ice cream socials every night, so people can come and like sit down at the tables and just catch up. Just sit down and catch up with some ice cream.
Well, that's a really good time. You said the community is a bit smaller, so that's a great time for everyone to see people they haven't seen in a while.
Exactly.
And sit down and actually have some relaxing time.
Yes.
That's a good time. Well, we are going to take our first quick little break here. You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm sitting down with the Mount Auburn Picnic President and Vice President, Melissa Osborne and Ann Holliday. Thanks so much for our stream sponsors, the Landmark of Taylorville and PNC Bank. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for more of this WTIM Morning Show.
WTIM.
The markets now on the RFD Radio Network. No trading on this Monday with the Juneteenth federal holiday. Corn, beans, and wheat finishing Friday higher. July corn 640 and a quarter, up 17. September corn up 24, 594. December new crop 597 and a half, up 23. July beans closing Friday 1466 and a half, up 38 and a quarter. August beans up 39, 1407 and a half, and November new crop 1342 and a quarter, up half a dollar. July wheat closing 688, up 26 and a half. September wheat up 28 and 3/4, 701 and a half. July bean meal 416.40, up 22.20. July bean oil 59.69, up 126. Livestock market, August feeders 234.92, up 80 cents. June live cattle up 77 cents, 178.35, and July lean hogs 92.85, up 92 cents. Trading resumes Tuesday. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
There's only one Central Illinois radio station that brings you the memories of the 60s and early 70s as you are cruising down the streets of your hometown. The dial position is 98.3 FM. The station is 98.3 WSVZ. From Macon to Vandalia and I-55 to I-57, cruising 98.3 plays the hits from early Elvis in the 60s to the British invasion of the Beatles, Herman's Hermits, and many more from the 1960s. Then we swing into the early half of the 1970s with artists like the Guess Who, the Doobie Brothers, and Elton John. Every song brings back something you remember about growing up. Set a button and crank up the station, playing good time rock and roll from the Tower of Power, cruising 98.3 WSVZ.
Keep your health at the top of the list. We know you've got a lot on your mind. Breathe easy. The SIU Center for Family Medicine in Decatur can help and is accepting new patients. Family medicine covers a broad spectrum of care for all ages, all genders, and every kind of disease. They do this with a wide offering of treatments and specialty clinics for all patients. Call 217-824-1134 to schedule your first appointment.
By leveraging sustainable carbon management solutions like Navigator CO2's Heartland Greenway, ethanol facilities can make substantial progress toward carbon reduction objectives. Learn more on how they're partnering with ethanol producers across the Corn Belt. Click their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
The Shelby County Economic Development Corporation aims to foster, promote, and stimulate economic development. They're here to help your business grow. Find out more on the Shelby County Economic Development Corporation by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Listen for Taylorville Tornado baseball, softball, and Little League games on New Country 104.1 and stream live on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. You'll hear selected boys baseball, girls softball, and Little League games brought to you by First National Bank, Kirby Real Estate, the Christian County YMCA, Brad Davis, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and Landmark, all in Taylorville.
The purple and gold are coming your way. The Taylorville Tornadoes are gonna do it today. WTIM.
You are listening to WTIM with Tim, your information station. We are on the WTIM Morning Show. I am here with the Mount Auburn Farmers Picnic President and Vice President Melissa Osborne and Ann Holliday. We've had a great conversation so far about all the things to look forward to in the Mount Auburn Farmers Picnic. Thank you so much to our stream sponsors, Landmark of Taylorville and PNC Bank and Trust. Let's get right back into the daily, what's going on at the Mount Auburn Picnic. And we've mentioned so many things, we kind of glossed over them. And we were just talking about the soapbox race. Can you just talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm confused.
Is
it lined with hay bales, or is it racing one-on-one? Is it a timed affair? What is that like?
We have hay bales down at the bottom. And basically like there's a huge like ramp that the kids get on their car with their car, and we hit we pull the string and the ramp comes down and they just race down the hill.
And it is one-on-one.
It's one-on-one. And then they get because sometimes the lanes might be faster than the other lane. We do a coin toss and the person gets to pick which lane they have, and then we race them the second time down the hill on the other lane, so they both get a chance to race each lane. So if it's a lane thing, it won't be a problem.
Okay, makes it a little bit more fair.
Yeah. And then we do have hay bales down at the bottom to catch them, and we try to make sure that we have a scale there, that the cars are weighed, the kids are weighed, just to make sure we try to put them next to people that that are around the same weight, so it's not a weight thing either. Right. So yeah,
that looks like it sounds like it might draw a crowd, and that could be fun.
It does. It was a little crazy last year. So
yes.
We had more open class or more stock class than we've had in a long time. And it was a race. It was a race last year. Yes. I think it took, I want to say it was like 3.5 hours last year. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, you're not going to want to miss that this year either.
No, it's
awesome.
Quite fun.
It's really awesome. So after that, the chili cook-off in the next couple of days, what day will that be on? What does that look like?
That is on Saturday, and it's at 2 p.m. And yeah, we can have any entries.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyone can enter.
Anyone can enter.
Yes.
And we had earlier this year, we had a prom, an adult prom, and our prom queen and king are going to be
Our judges, right?
Our judges, yeah, some of our judges, and so is the teen miss, and the little miss will be there. I'm not sure if she likes chili or not. We'll have to see.
Find out.
But our winners for the Mount Auburn prom were Cassie and
Rex Wheeler.
Cassie and Rex Wheeler, and they're actually going to come. They're going to be in the parade, and they will also be judging the chili cook-off this year.
Well, I was going to ask how I can be a judge for that, and it's already taken up. That sounds great.
Come on over.
Yeah.
And then we also have a bags tournament that same day, Saturday, and that's at 1 p.m. And that will be, there's a registration at 12:30 though. The registration's at 12:30, and the bags tournament starts at 1.
Cool. So you can register at the event.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. So no online registration required. You can show up with your partner and get ready to play some bags.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. That's really cool. You mentioned the Mount Auburn prom. I'm interested in that. Well, how does that work?
We had an adult prom, and it was a lot of fun. We had a DJ. We had all the people came and dressed up, and they voted for prom king and queen, and it was like $1 a vote. So yeah, I mean, we had a heated contestant for that too.
We did,
but Rex and Cassie Wheeler won that, and if they won it, the terms were that they had to be in the parade, and then they had to come judge our chili cook-off.
You have to be involved in the picnic. If you're going to be a king and queen of the picnic, you must be involved.
You don't have to be, you get to be.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's awesome. You get to step back in time a little bit and relive your prom days. How fun is that? That's awesome. What's kind of your guys' favorite part? I want to hear both of your guys' favorite part of the county fairs.
Well, of course, my favorite is going to be the pageant, but because I'm the pageant coordinator, and I just love that part of it. I love working with the younger youth in our area and just having fun with it and watching them grow and do that kind of thing. So,
my favorite part is just getting to see everyone that you haven't seen in a while and catch up with them.
Now, something I'm realizing, I went to the Stonington Summerfest this past weekend, and it's these small communities that are able to come together on these weekends. And this is what you do on this weekend in Mount Auburn. You're going to the Mount Auburn picnic, and you're seeing people that maybe you haven't seen in a couple of years. Just schedules are weird. And it's such an important time, and it's such a great opportunity. You guys see that. I'm sure you guys see people that seeing someone that they haven't seen in a while. And that's really it. And the social ice cream hour, that's another part of those things.
Yeah, they have that. They have it pretty much every day, right? Let me see.
I believe they're starting to do it every day. They were discussing it. 12 p.m.
12 p.m. ice cream social on Saturday, and then they have it
at 5 p.m.
at the on Friday. And so Friday and Saturday they have it, and the people that run that they're actually doing it for the food pantry there in town. So all the proceeds are going to go to the food pantry.
That's right, correct.
And it's called
2 fish or 5 loaves, 2 fish,
5 loaves, 2 fish, something like that.
Sure.
It's for the Christian church.
Okay.
So so there's a food pantry that they have in town, and so all the proceeds from the ice cream social are going to go to that.
Oh, that's great.
And then we close the ending of the night with the Sojourn Rocks
Yes.
and the beer tent.
Yes,
What does that
Sojourn
look like?
Rocks,
Okay.
the band.
Oh, okay. Great.
In the beer tent, and the beer tent is going to close at 1 a.m. So,
Beautiful.
That's the ending hour, but
Awesome.
We'll roll up the sidewalks and call it.
Got it. All right, guys. We got about less than a minute left here. Can you go ahead and plug your Facebook page or places where people can get information, especially this book, stuff like that?
Yeah, we do have a Mount Auburn picnic page on Facebook, and everything that is the picnic is on there.
Yes.
And
they can message us through that.
They can message us through that. And we do a lot of different fundraisers throughout the year to try and keep this going. Obviously, it's the 136th year this year. It's been around for a long time. And we do a couple of pork chop dinners. We did the prom this year. We did a Halloween carnival. So pizzas. Yeah, we have a lot of different fundraisers throughout the year, and this year we're doing a side-by-side
ATV run in August.
So
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're excited about it. Thank you so much, Melissa Osborne and Ann Holiday with the Mount Auburn Picnic.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. We're excited to go to that. You've been listening to the WTIM Morning Show here on WTIM's information station. This is the WTIM Morning Show with Tim.
WTIM.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
In the United States.
From coast to coast, it has been an exceedingly violent